So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Red and black wherever you turn. The San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So it's away we go then.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while offering his defence a solid shielding presence too.
Players don't come a whole lot better in his position, do they?
Not really, and not many can boast the same quality of performance either, Peter.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Aimed beyond the defence. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, cracking ball. Forlan is on his own.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Xabi Alonso. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That's a sharp pass. And he's only too happy to take that back. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates...
And the finish! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Lampard. Looking to play him in. Zola. Zola! Oh, off the bar! And he's managed to get rid. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Zola. Now it's Forlan. Crunching tackle. All the way back. Khan sends that a long way. Best. Searching pass he's played there. Caught offside that time. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Oh, easy pickings there. And he's found the way past.
Lyon are totally dominant in the middle of the park.
It's Scholes! Scholes! A princely strike!
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
A moment that needed composure, and he had... And we hit half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And we are back on the way.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Scholes. Oh, that's nice. Oh, it's come loose. And that's really well manoeuvred. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Can he get it through? Great vision. Zola receives it in a good position here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Forlan. An uncompromising challenge.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Lyon appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Guardiola is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, lovely bit. Zola! Oh, special! That is a special goal! About as smooth as it gets. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third. Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter...
It's Forlan! It's there! Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
Number 24, Xabi Alonso. Number 9, Scholes. Coming on the field, number 7,
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, that has not gone well.
Has been indicated.
Guardiola. Now, can they get him away? Zola. Zola! Oh, it's hit the post. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course,
Hello
the
to
world-famous Old Trafford. So that's got things underway. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Kukçu is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammate
Goes for a shot!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Ibrahimovic. Now it's Forlan. Aimed beyond the defence. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. And now they can clear their lines. Threads one in. Oh, this looks sharp. And this is Cruyff. And it's Kukçu. And it's made its way to him. Milan, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. No, that's been intercepted. Well, there's your danger man, a title that... Ibrahimovic! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Has a look and plays it forward. The less said about that pass, the better. Lampard, quality ball. It's a really well-measured ball. Lampard, and here's Cruyff. Knocks it into space. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Forlan. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Costa Curta. Passing is crisp and sharp. Big header! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Neymar. Iniesta. Scholes. And this is Cruyff. Oh, super find. Takes a shot! It's there!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one...
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Some first-half thoughts?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Milan, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial... That's rather hopeful! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's taking no chances there. Chance! It's in! They are right back in business!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Manchester United needed that. They really needed it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. Shot at goal! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Manchester United go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Pressing high and with purpose. Iniesta. Now that looks a decent ball. Foot in. Now then, the ball's come loose. And he can clear it away. Scholes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Pass is just off target.
Manchester United surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be...
Tries a shot! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 9, Robertson.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 14.
Manchester United go 2 up and into a position of real strength.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Number 11.
Tries to play it through, and he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught napping!
Substitutions taking place. Substitution.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage.
There will be 5 minutes.
Now,
added
can they
time.
get him away? Now that's well seen too. Played out towards the right wing. Lampard. Shoots! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And we're done. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Mehdi Benatia. He's a dominant one-on-one defender, Peter, and rock solid in the air too. Like most top-class defenders these days, he's comfortable on the ball and rarely resorts to just hoofing it upfield. A great combination of physical power and wily footballing intelligence.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Xavi Alonso deals with that comfortably. Can he spark a counter here? Bebeto. Can he get on the end of this? Benatia kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's dealt with by the out-rushing keeper. Tries to pass it through. Well timed, excellent interception. That's an imaginative pass. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Good read, needed to be.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Strokes it back. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And they've got a throw. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Brahim Diaz! Scholes. And now the breakaway. And he cuts out the supply.
Milan really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Nesta. Now that looks a decent ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Xavi Alonso. Bellingham. That's a cute ball. So still we are where we began. It's 0-0. It's played through for him. Now can he... And the shot! Goal! Milan!
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Nesta. Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz! And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them and it's 1-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Bellingham. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neatly clipped into... Tries a shot! A Bebeto beauty! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
Bebeto really showed his coolness, Peter, by not getting flustered on such a tough skill. And for me, it was controlled perfection.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
The attendance for this match was 80,000.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Pass somewhat off target. Nesta. And Stojkovic. Costa Curta. And it's Xavi Alonso. And the pass is intercepted. Nesta gets across to intercept that. Bellingham. Ambitious ball here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Costa Curta. Looking for the run. Nice looking ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Costa Curta. Stojkovic. It's Bellingham. Looking for a runner. Not the most accurate pass. A probing pass. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, they could be caught out here. And he shoots! Well, and it's come back out to him. He's got a goal! And the comeback is complete. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And it's Scholes. Milan are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick. Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Stojkovic. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's intervened well there.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Brahim Diaz. Shapes to shoot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there. And there goes the final whistle. Milan can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Milan against Corinthians.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So it's away we go then.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
And the pass is intercepted. Lovely, now then. That's a sharp pass. Tries to play it through. Oh, it looks face to face with the... He's had a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Iniesta. That pass has been well intercepted. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Poor robust challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And this is Pele. Real chance! Really well taken goal. They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he...
And a chance! He has done it! Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Corinthians get themselves back into contention.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Shot a goal! Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's the keeper's ball. Lampard.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Davis, very much a man of this moment. Iniesta. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. Iniesta, and that's a good... Pele! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pele is offering a wry smile there. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Hangs one in. And that has been cleared. Corinthians have the chance to go the other way. Pele. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Pele! And the whistle goes for half-time. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Very little in it. The score at half-time is 2-1. And we are already promptly back underway. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's not got that quite right. Threads one in, well read, and the danger is averted. Lampard. Gullit receives it in a good position here. Scholes. Now it's Cruyff. Great vision. No, it's come to nothing. Gently done. Rummenigge. Neatly clipped into... And a shot! It's there! They have come roaring back!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Another... Takes a shot! Goal! Milan! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Substitution for Milan, number 6.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 15.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And the through ball. He's having a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Milan really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
Scholes. Turns back here, probably the best option. Milan do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Dembele. Nicely weighted ball. Well, we've seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here. Corinthians really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Aimed beyond the defence. Cruyff. There's the shot! Goal! 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely.
After 81 minutes.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Substitution for Milan.
He's got 4. That is remarkable.
Coming on to replace him is
Milan go 2 up and into a position of real strength. Shoots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
number 24, Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field is number 7,
Musiala attempts a clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, this looks sharp. Just the keeper to beat, shapes to shoot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cruyff actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And that gets things running. Well, 2014-15 certainly provided some terrific highlights for Lionel Messi's career showreel. Many claimed it was his best season ever. He did, of course, win the treble. And, Jim, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Well, one of the pinnacles of his club.
And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Scholes. Oh, shooting chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get the... Oh, what has happened here? And across it goes. That's a decent clearance. Lampard! And it's Xabi Alonso. Messi. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Now it's Lampard. Now it's Cruyff. And he's on it, and Cruyff! And he comes up trumps again.
Cruyff really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Cruyff. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nicely weighted ball. And it's played in. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Iniesta. Now it's Pelé. And he's intervened well there. So, Jim, what could be danger here? He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Scholes. And this is Lampard. And chance for a shot! In for the pieces! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the...
Pelé!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Thuram. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And this is Messi. Now the cross. Big header! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
But they've got it again. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing. A little more penetration, I think, should help them get the job done.
Milan happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And we are back on the way. And Cruyff! Lovely idea, just didn't get it right.
Yeah, and I don't think there was much wrong with his vision nor his decision-making.
Xavi Alonso. Scholes. Played back. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Milan just about have their noses in front. It is the slenderest of leads. Now it's Pele, and this is Messi. Decent enough try.
Very speculative with little threat, if any, for the keeper.
Cruyff, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. Oh, that's fabulous. Played into the box. He gets big. Oh, he's been... And it's come back out to him. Goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And they're not going to make any further progress now.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Messi.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Pele. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Pele. Pele stood his ground strongly. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And it's made its way to him. Pele. Foot in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 added minutes has been
Deep
indicated.
into stoppage time. Played into space. No, he's just misjudged that one.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Pele.
Time for a change in
Number
personnel.
19, Johan Cruyff. Number 7, Mbappe. Coming on the field.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent.
Shoots! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been... And another try!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rijkaard. And it's Neymar. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He is through here. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Varane gathers from the goal kick. Xavi Alonso. Milan yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Cruyff. Well, that pass isn't the best. Played out towards the right wing. Beckham carries the ball down the right. Beckham, he's picked his way through. Cross in. Iniesta. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And it's Scholes. Chips it through. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing.
Big header! He will be livid with himself.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well, that has not gone well. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. And it's Doué. And that has been cut short.
Any attack containing Raúl is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raúl is different.
Shot a goal! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. That's going to go a long way. Zanetti is wide and looking to get onto this. Nesta getting this one clear. He's tried one! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Cruyff. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Scholes. And here's Cruyff. Now it's Rosicky. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well read, nice interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Pelé, and he goes for a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Milan have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Cruyff. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. Oh, easy pickings there. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Baresi. Oh, good-looking ball. Defending was strong and firm. Now it's Pelé, and it's Scholes. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, what a mistake! Oh, nice touch. And this is Scholes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Van der Vaart. Raúl. Looking for the run. That ball looks a good one. And there is the half-time whistle. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan can be fairly satisfied then. It's so far so good for them, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution on the field. Number 17, Rafael van der Vaart.
And we're off again.
Number 19.
A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference.
Number 16. Rodri. Number 10.
Played back in. Rodri cuts out the pass.
Milan have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Brzezinski. Iniesta. And it's Cruyff. Iwobi is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Plays a sharp little ball here. Nesta, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. No way through. Milan are still that goal to the good. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And he was alert to it.
Cerezo Osaka really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a...
There's the shot! And it's in! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
So smooth. A signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Substitutions taking place.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Musiala.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, can he get onto this?
Cerezo Osaka clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Tries to pass it through. Picked out brilliantly. That's good defending, very good defending. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
2 minutes to be added on. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Bellingham. Stojkovic. And that will be it. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square.